Good morning. Today, we are discussing Zyprexa, the brand name for Olanzapine, an atypical antipsychotic widely used in the management of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Olanzapine belongs to the thiionobenzodiazepine class and functions primarily as a dopamine D2 and serotonin 5-HT2A receptor antagonist. Its broad receptor profile also includes antagonism at histamine H1, muscarinic M1-M5, and alpha-1 adrenergic receptors, contributing to both its therapeutic effects and side effect burden. Approved by the FDA in 1996, Zyprexa is available in multiple formulations: standard oral tablets, orally disintegrating tablets, short-acting intramuscular injection for acute agitation, and a long-acting injectable for maintenance therapy. Zyprexa is indicated for the treatment of schizophrenia in adults and adolescents aged 13 and older, with proven efficacy in both acute episodes and long-term maintenance. For bipolar I disorder, it is approved as monotherapy or adjunctive therapy for manic or mixed episodes and for maintenance stabilization. Notably, when combined with fluoxetine as Symbyax, it is indicated for bipolar depression and treatment-resistant depression. Off-label uses include delirium, chemotherapy-induced nausea, and appetite stimulation in cachexia. However, its use must be carefully weighed against its metabolic risks, particularly in vulnerable populations.
Zyprexa dosage varies based on the condition and patient age. For adult schizophrenia, start at 5 to 10 milligrams daily, targeting 10 milligrams up to a 20 milligram maximum. In adolescents, the starting dose is 2.5 to 5 milligrams daily with a 10 milligram target. Bipolar mania monotherapy requires 10 to 15 milligrams daily, while adjunctive use needs 10 milligrams. Bipolar and treatment-resistant depression utilize 5 milligrams of Zyprexa plus 20 milligrams fluoxetine daily. Acute agitation involves a 10 milligram intramuscular injection, repeatable up to 3 times within 24 hours.
One of the most critical aspects of prescribing Zyprexa is recognizing its boxed warning, increased mortality, and cerebrovascular events in elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis. This population should not receive this medication. Additionally, all patients require baseline and periodic monitoring of weight, fasting glucose, and lipid panels due to the high risk of metabolic syndrome. Orthostatic hypotension is common, especially during initiation, necessitating caution in elderly or volume-depleted patients. Neurological risks, such as tardive dyskinesia and neuroleptic malignant syndrome, though rare, require vigilance. The long-acting Relprevv formulation carries a unique risk of post-injection delirium and sedation, mandating enrollment in a restricted distribution program and mandatory 3-hour post-injection observation. While Zyprexa is among the most effective antipsychotics for symptom control, its use is often limited by weight gain and metabolic disturbances. In adolescents, these effects are even more pronounced, prompting many clinicians to consider alternatives first. The combination with fluoxetine, while effective for difficult-to-treat depression, introduces additional risks, including suicidality, particularly in younger patients. Discontinuation should be gradual to avoid withdrawal phenomena. Overall, Zyprexa remains a powerful tool in psychiatry, but its benefits must be continuously balanced against long-term health risks. Thank you for your attention. Please let me know if you have any questions.